What?
Hunter Carpenter, hashtag Lions. I don't think our defense is bad as people think. Our D-line just lacks production, not having Aquara Pascal, Levi not having pressure. Our defense is that bad as we think.
Bro,
It's the
Hunter,
worst
Hunter,
defense in the
man,
NFL.
it's bad, dude. Go look. It's really, really bad, man.
It does
Like,
hurt not
yes,
having the guys.
it does.
Romeo Aquara, Joshua Pascal, Levi Onwuzurike, Jerry Jacobs. It's going to hurt for sure, but it's
Yeah.
trash still. Brian Smith, if you could make Dan Campbell stop doing something and start doing something else, what would it be? Stop going on every fourth down. It's cool to be aggressive, but not every freaking time, man. That's what I would say to him. Look, you do have two other phases to the game. I understand our defense sucks, but it is a phase. We got special teams, Jack Fox. Okay? Use them. This is not Madden
Yeah.
football. Talk about positions in the draft, Mark. What is a position that the Lions should address in the draft?
What position? Man, I personally, defensive line. I think either you get an edge or you get a defensive tackle. I don't know where we're going to be. I don't know where we're going to be drafted just yet. Right now, it looks like we're going to, if it all falls if it all falls apart, we could be a top 5 team. We could be a top 5 draft, and there's some good defensive tackles coming out. There's Will Anderson from Alabama, the defensive end. I'm not necessarily on the quarterback bandwagon just yet. I think we need to fix this defense first before anything. But yeah, man, definitely defense, man, defensive line for sure.
Yeah, here. Couple of prospects that said that Detroit Lions could look at. You can look at the quarterback position. Well, we can't look at quarterback. Well, guess what? If we're talking about we're the top 2 or 3 pick in the draft, quarterbacks for sure you got to look at. That'd be C.J. Stroud. That'd be Bryce Young. How about Hendon Hooker, who Raw Detroit's been loving on? Now, I'm not saying take him at 3, but he could be a prospect they look at for sure. Looking at edge, B.J. Ujulari, if he's available. Will Anderson, if he is there available for sure. If they want to go defensive tackle, Jalen Carter is a defensive tackle they could get. There's a lot of prospects the Lions could look at. Shoot, I think Noah Sewell, linebacker, 2-0, 2-0, linebacker they could look at. Corner they could look at as well. I mean, it's like what position can't they look at is more of the question.
Yeah, there's all kinds of players, man, that they can look at, man. I think maybe the only thing we don't really need to really key on is offensive line. I think we do need eventually a guard though. But I do like a lot of guys in the defense.
Yeah, I mean, everything's on the table. You gotta look, folks. Everything's on the table. And when you're a bad team, this is how I approach draft. Doesn't mean necessarily anyone else does, but I just go best player available, pretty much regardless of position, unless it's a punter or a kicker. We're talking the first round. I'm not doing anything like that, but we're talking like if there is a guy that is just the guy, I just take it. You don't want to screw up on the draft. You don't want to draft the wrong guy that screws up. That's the way that I go. Hashtag FGB. Got good news. Dak Prescott is back. The most overrated mid-quarterback in all time. Back. Don't have to worry about facing Rush. Dak Prescott's better than Cooper Rush, and they're going against our defense, so you got to worry quite a bit. Could be overrated? Yeah, I could see that. I think he's not the greatest quarterback in the world, but he's better than Rush. Let's see. Do you see the Rams
Bailey
missing
Zappi was overrated too.
Bailey Zappi?
Yeah, I remember being told he was overrated too.
Yeah,
so
he just
he's a fourth-round rookie.
Fourth-round rookie that sliced us and then turned around and did it again. Do you see the Rams missing the playoffs? This is an interesting question here. Yes, I don't have them making the playoffs. They look like dog crap. I watched them versus the Panthers, and it's just like, what in the hell? Their offensive line is terrible. Their defense is not that great. I think they missed the playoffs, man. What do you got?
Yeah, I think there's a possibility. They had one of the toughest schedules coming in, obviously being the Super Bowl winners, and they're decimated with injuries on that O-line. Stafford don't look the same. The whole team
He
doesn't
does
look
look the
good.
same. Let's be honest, just not last year's same.
Well, I
It's
mean,
like,
I
it looked
mean,
like what we're used to.
like throwing the picks and all that stuff. I get all that, but it's just like something's wrong. Something's going on with that elbow, man. It doesn't look like he has as much zip anymore. He's getting beat up, man. That old line is getting him killed. There's no run game over there. He throws the two guys, man, Cooper Kupp and Tyler Higbee. So it's just, Allen Robinson did finally have a nice game last week, but it's like, wow, it's not the same Rams, man. It's not the same Rams, and it's a tough schedule going down the stretch.
Would you rather draft the like of Bryce Young and cut Jared Goff and use that cap savings to buy a good defensive player in free agency? That's a strategy there. Look, I'm all about drafting a quarterback if he's the best player available. I'm not 100% sure if he's the best quarterback available right now, but I'm all about it. I don't care what people think. I don't care if another YouTuber out there who calls me out thinks, well, we can't do it because we got Jared Goff. I don't care. This is my feeling. I like mobile quarterbacks. I personally go BPA. If I was GM, we would have Justin Herbert instead of Jeffrey Okuda. Just an FYI, because I wanted to draft him. That's me. I will go that route. Are you tired of looking forward to the draft at a quarter of the way through the season? This is normal, man. It is tiring. I got to say, it is 100% tiring, but I've been doing this now for 3.5, almost 4 years on YouTube, and every quarter is where it begins. And it just so happens the Lions suck since I've been doing it. Mark, are you tired of it?
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of it, man. I've been doing like YouTube for a few years now too, as well, and I've been doing this but I've been doing the draft thing forever. It's like 4 or 5 games into the year, we're talking draft. We're already talking draft with my buddies, talking draft on YouTube, just talking draft in general. I'm sick and tired of it, man. I'd rather be, I'd rather be going into this game at 3-2, 4-1, but it's the same old stuff, man. It's getting frustrating. We need change, man. I just don't know when it's going to come.
Hey man, let's go ahead and get destroying, says Jesse Spence. We sign a kicker every week, so it could happen. If you can get him to take Bryce Young, I think he's a special quarterback. I think he could be very special, 100%. Where do you think Odell Beckham Jr. ends up? I think he'll end up a Ram. Lions need to get something between 1 and 3 round picks for Hockenson because you ain't going to get a top 5 free agent. Get a single thing for him. I think you can get a late first-round pick, too, like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think that would be a logical destination. They're trying to do one more time with Tom Brady. I think you could, and I'm down for it. If someone gave up a first-round pick and they're a team that's in the playoffs, Mark, are you doing it?
I'm absolutely accepting that deal because I don't think we're going to get a first-round pick for Hockenson. I don't think any team's going to, but maybe a team like you said, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man, can he be that type of? Can he be that Gronk? He loves throwing to his tight ends, but Hockenson, I think, is going to go for about a second round, maybe third round pick. I don't see him going for
I'm not
a first round
second.
pick. But if it was there, I would accept it immediately because I don't think he deserves a second contract in Detroit.
I'm not doing a late second for him. I'll just keep him at that point. No, I want a late first. I'm going to be greedy. Late second, it's almost like a third-round pick, man. That same thing we did with Darius Slay. It was a third-round pick, and that bit us. Matty P., the Giants may have a great record, but they're still paying Kenny Galladay to do nothing, and they could trade Kenny Galladay to do nothing to the Green Bay Packers or something like that because I know they're looking to get a wide receiver. Yeah. But they're winning. 5-1. I'll take that all day over paying. Hey, they're overpaying Kenny Galladay. We're still paying Jamie Collins and Trey Flowers and Matt Patricia. So I'll take the winning record over that.
Yeah.
How much do you expect Tony Romo to bash the Lions when he's announcing the game Sunday? I don't know about anybody. Everyone likes Tony Romo's announcing. I don't. I think his voice is annoying. Not a big fan. He's a little corny to me. A little corny.
He's a
I
bit
don't like
corny,
that
yeah.
corn puff. I'm not a big fan of him.
Yeah.
Hashtag Bryce
Yeah.
Young going to the Lions just makes so much sense. J-Mo played with him in Bama. Yep, and Amon-Ra played with him in high school. It would make sense. They
Oh
wanted
wow, I
to.
didn't know that.
They did the same thing with over there in Cincinnati. They paired up their quarterback with the same wide receiver. Went to a Super Bowl.
Yep. Yep. This could be
What's
this
up,
could
Air
be in
Raw
play. You never
Detroit?
know.
What's up, man? Make sure you subscribe to his channel.
What's up, bro?
Hashtag FGB. Do you think Cominsky plays? Do you think Hutch will get any sacks? I do think Cominsky plays. I don't know how much. Hopefully he plays quite a bit. I'll say he
Yeah.
gets a sack. I'll say finally he gets a sack. What do you got, Mark?
Yeah, I'm hoping Hutch gets a sack. You know, he got 3 earlier in the second game of the year. He needs. I think he needs to. I think he needs to get in there and get that, man. So if Kaminsky plays, I can see it happening.
Smash that like button. 1 like away from 50 likes. We got 148 in the building. Smash that like button. Again, if you got questions, put hashtag in the comment section. Hawk to the Bucks for a 2nd and 4. Still not doing it. It's going to be a late
I'd do
second,
that.
man. It's going to be a
I'd
late.
do that, man.
If it's an
For a
early
second
second,
rounder
I'd
and a
consider.
fourth rounder.
A late second, though, it's going to be like we're talking about near 3rd round because they're going to make the playoffs.
I know, but man, I don't know, man. Because if you let him walk, bro,
It's a conditional
what are you gonna get
3rd,
for him?
but he still
He
plays
might,
next
yeah.
year.
He still plays next year.
So you could still.
It's tough, man.
What do y'all think
Yeah.
about people saying trade for a player to help out the defense, and would it make difference? I'm cool with trading for a difference maker that is extremely young. Other than that, if you're older and you're a veteran, don't waste the draft capital. Like if you're talking about a guy who's 23, okay, and we're talking about a defensive tackle or an edge, I'm for it because we're talking about a young player, 2nd round pick, because we suck at 2nd round picks. Other than that, no, I'm not wanting to do it. Just go to the draft.
Yeah.
That's me. What do you got?
No, I'm the same, man. I'm okay with people saying trade for a player, but you know, if we're going to trade for a player, he's got to be 25 and younger. I do like Brian Burns, though. I don't really know what his age is, but
24.
he has been in the NFL for
24 years old. Yep.
So that's a guy that I do like, man. So
5 sacks.
you know, as long as he's young, like Mike said, man, that's perfect.